Well, the Yankees have hit their first rough stretch on the season, and it's revealed that this team does have some big issues that need to be addressed. Mainly, I'm talking about a lot of the infield, the bullpen, and the DH spot. You look at the infield, almost every position but shortstop has a question mark there. First base, they're playing Ben Rice, and we have not seen enough of him to come to a conclusion as to whether or not he's going to stick in the majors. But you still have a question mark there because Rizzo, he's out for a good bit, and even if he returns, you don't know you're going to get a good ball player. He just hasn't been good this season, and coming off of an injury, you can't guarantee you get a good ball player. And with Rice, you just don't know what you're going to get. So, first base, it's a question mark right now. Then you look at second base. Torres, he's not hit this season. And it's a tough spot for the Yankees because he has a track record and he's going into a contract year and you feel like he should be able to turn it around. But at the same time, he's played 79 games and is hitting 218. So that's not great, and you're going to need to fix that if he continues at this level. Then you have third base, where Yankees keep running out DJ LeMahieu. He has not hit at all. Hasn't gotten a single extra base hit on the season. And it's tough because he's only played 21 games. So you wonder, well, is this just a slump at the start of the season for him? Or is he not the player he once was? And the Yankees desperately need an alternative to him. Then you look at the bullpen. And the bullpen, it's pretty good. It's performed. But there are a lot of question marks here, and it needs help. Because Clay Holmes, I trust him as the closer. I know some people don't, though. But he's a good reliever. Luke Weaver, good reliever. Tommy Kahnle, he's pretty good. Caleb Ferguson, he's been a little iffy. And then you go and you see, okay, Michael Tonkin, he's been good with the Yankees, but doesn't have a track record. And then you look at the other guys that they have, like Yoendris Gomez, who used to be one of their prospects. You have Phil Bickford, who knows what you're going to get there. Tim Hill, he hasn't been good. It's just a tough spot for the Yankees there, where they've gotten production out of the bullpen, but at the same time, it's hard to have confidence in this bullpen sometimes when they're running out Tonkin, Gomez, Bickford, and Hill in innings. And then you have Giancarlo Stanton on the injured list. All of a sudden, you kind of have a slight hole there where you let's say you have Aaron Judge DH, right? Then you put Trent Grisham in center field. Well, Grisham, he's a great defender, but he can't hit. And if an outfielder gets hurt, there isn't a lot of depth in the minors. And that's a whole nother issue in and of itself. There's no depth at the minor league level because you either have guys who are playing and are underperforming, like Oswald Peraza, or you have guys like Jason Dominguez who are on the injured list at the minor leagues. So there are big issues there, which I just laid out for the Yankees. So what should they do? I know some fans want immediate moves. They have this rough stretch. Let's change some things up. I think the best course of action, though, is to wait until the trade deadline and then make moves. Because there are a lot of variables that the Yankees just don't quite know, and the Yankees are still a good team. They have the third best winning percentage in the majors with the most wins, so they have a little bit of room for error, even though I don't think that's a great mentality to have in a season of, oh, let's just try to coast into the playoffs. No, I think the Yankees should be trying to win each and every game, but they shouldn't try to make a big trade right now to shore up a spot that might fix itself. Like, second base, Torres could start hitting again. he's a good player and he has a track record. If he's not hitting in the next month and it's the trade deadline, then I think you go and you see who's available. But you need to give it time. You need to see what you have out of Gleyber Torres. In the bullpen, you have some guys who could be coming back from the injured list. Ian Hamilton, Scott Effross, Lou Trevino, to name a few. So, again, you don't quite know what you're getting. And relievers are very available at the trade deadline. That's always a position where you can find someone to shore up your roster. At third base with DJ LeMahieu, I think the Yankees do need to find out what they have in LeMahieu and should keep playing him. And if he keeps playing at this rate and it's the trade deadline, then you go out and you make a trade for someone that's a substantial improvement. The Yankees, they got JD Davis. And JD Davis is just meant to be a depth player right now. Just meant to help shore up the roster while Stanton is down. Add a decent player. He's a decent player. He's not someone that you want to see if this team is playing in the playoffs. But for the regular season, while you're evaluating where you're at before the trade deadline, he's perfectly fine. So, the Yankees, yes, they have big issues on the team. But the best course of action is to wait it out until the trade deadline and then evaluate. Because if Ben Rice starts hitting, then you don't need a first baseman at the trade deadline. Same with Torres. If they aren't, then you have more of a sample size and you can more confidently say it makes a lot of sense to give up the prospects and make the big trade to improve the team and put it over the edge. So, might be a little unpopular right now, but yes, the Yankees have big issues. At the same time, they should wait it out until the trade deadline and then evaluate where they are at and make the big moves to make this team a World Series team.